Guys, I have to tell you about this cool new piece of equipment. It's an automatic tedder. Look at it go. It's just an automatic tedder. Ready? Ooh. Ah. Actually, low key, I parked it up by that shed up there and it's been rolling the whole time. I guess it will stop when it hits a tree down there. Um, so, anyways, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series. Um, Basically, we are at the point now. There's plenty of hay for us to continue baling, but I've decided this is going to be our farewell. This is going to be our farewell episode. So, I would like to go until at least the end of the summer. We'll take care of our animals for a few more months. We'll simulate through a few more months. And then we'll see where we're at. Loosely, I'm hoping to see $500,000, but that's not the actual goal. So let's take a look at our animals, see where we're at. We've got a lot of pigs. Maybe we could sell some of these more expensive ones. I'm not going to drive them to the sale point. I'll just sell them straight out of the crib. It's not a pig crib. What is it called? Like a pig. I don't know what it's called. Sty. And then for cows, we've got 35 out of a possible. I don't even remember. I don't even know how big the in map one is. This is the amount that we have. I sold some, if you recall, a couple episodes ago. I sold some out of our big barn to make room for these 20 who are coming of age. So, it is what it is. We've got a nice crop. They're producing milk. Actually, I should see. Yeah, they have almost 20,000 milk. So maybe next month we can do that. We can haul a couple loads of milk over. And I didn't unload the hay because I'm lazy. But let's check the cattle. These cows have a little bit here, but they're going to need a bale. And these ones definitely need some TMR. So we'll make this real fast, and we'll simulate and get the ball rolling here. Get the ball rolling as he unfurls a round bale. How about that? How about that comedic timing? I'm sure you guys are all in stitches over that one. Yep, so I know I've been saying for months now that this was going to be the end of this series, and I think it's a combination of sort of another idea that I have that I'm eager to get started on, along with feeling like I've done most everything I wanted to accomplish in this one. There are a few other things we could do. Of course, there's more of the map we could have expanded to, but with the, how do I put it, critical error with the map financial situation, it does sort of hurt my enthusiasm for playing this map longer. But also, we did 2 different animal types. We did 5, 6 different fields. We grew at least 5 different crop types. We put in production. I think we've accomplished a fair bit. We want to be done at about there. So I'm not going to be too hard on myself for the way this playthrough went. I think we made the most of the things that didn't go our way, and we enjoyed a lot about the playthrough. I'm going to go ahead and untie that. I don't know. Maybe I want to use. I feel like the role player in me wants to use this old hay first. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I should, even though in the game it doesn't matter. This hay's not gonna go bad. It's not gonna spoil. I just feel better doing this. Also, 7250. That's awesome. Put that in there. Come on. Tines down. Back out. Perfect. That should be enough for me to squeeze in to the cow barn. So 11.3 hours on this 4020. Let me tell you, those I'm pretty sure are all me. I have driven the heck out of this tractor, and I have enjoyed pretty much every minute of it. It's whoever did this mod, this version of it, did a really nice job of balancing power and control. It doesn't feel like you're driving a modern tractor, but it doesn't feel like you're driving some old clunker either. It feels like, you know, a power sort of a mid-century muscle tractor, which is what it is. So look at the cows chowing down. They're excited to get it. So we're going to head around here, and we'll probably have to do another batch or two of that. But I'm going to go ahead and simulate us. Man, that was... we made a lot of silage in the beginning of this series. We used so much, and there's all that left. That is crazy. We have so much straw in there, too. See, this is what happens. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. This is what happens to me. I get all these things all set up, and I build up the farm to a point that it's pretty prosperous. And then I move on. I don't stay. I just can't. I just can't stay. Even though it would be fun and stable and profitable moving forward. I really like that build up. I mean, I ended the Case IH farm around the same basic idea. Alright. So we could bail if we want. We're at 426. We could do another batch of TMR. Oh yeah, I want to move milk over. That's what we want to do. I'm gonna move milk over to the cheese area. Okay, he's almost done, which is great. What? I guess this tractor will work for that job. More than efficient? No, more than sufficient for hauling the milk tanker. So you might be wondering why I haven't been grabbing pallets of cheese lately. It's because I put it on auto sell. Just simulate it like our customer comes and picks it up at the... Wait, what? Phil. There it is. Huh, scared me. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? So we can do 4 trips of this, and then we'll go simulate again. Then we'll do another batch of TMR. shortly thereafter, we should be looking pretty nice. Boy, there's so many things. So I'm gonna do a little bit while we're doing this repetitive work here. I'm gonna do a little bit of reminiscing. Okay, bear with me. Let's do some reminiscing on the series. Do you guys remember when this was just a field? Before we made it into the cow barn? Do you remember that we were going to use that other cow barn full time? And we only put this here because we had to? The initial vision was to have cheese production here. So that didn't change. But the issue was that other barn didn't produce. I can't remember if it was that it wasn't producing milk. I think the issue was that it wouldn't let me give them TMR. It would only let me give them bales. I wasn't able to deliver food properly, and so I wanted to make TMR. I mean, that's why I did all that silage. I didn't want to have all that silage and not get to use it. But then we had this massive cornfield here in the middle. We did 2 different crops in this field on this side. Were any of you guys here when I put in the warehouse up on the hill? How about that? That was a job. Way up on that hill, up there, to simulate why we were getting, $40 grand a month. But that warehouse was expensive. That took a nice chunk out of our income to deaden the unrealisticness of the expansion. To be fair, we've really only been doing this well the last couple episodes, and that was with buying that other tractor, the biggest tractor, which I want to say was like $175,000, something like that. So, we purchased a lot of equipment with our farm earnings. It's been great. It's really been a lot of fun. I don't know the creator of this map, and I know I've complained about the some of the glitchy things on it, but I'm also grateful for it being the kind of map that allowed me to do this like realistic, vintagey American style playthrough. I think we have one more load. Yeah, there's more in there, but this will be more than enough to get us through. Also, it was an excuse to drive our 4755 again. I didn't drive the tractor with the duals on much today. 4440, I think that is. But I really like our batch of tractors. I've enjoyed having these good, productive Holstein cows, and I've enjoyed making many batches of TMR. We'll probably make one more. And then, the next farm will have a completely different setup. Who knows what it'll look like? Who knows if it will have maybe a silo, or maybe we won't do silage at all. Actually, I know this doesn't matter because I'm not going to play this after this episode, but I'm still going to drop it off where it goes. Because you just have to sometimes, right? You have to do the right thing. I remember when I drove into this farm, I remember thinking, it's done. It's like polished. It's a finished product. A lot of times I end up playing maps where I have to build a bunch of stuff. And with this one, it was like, I don't have to build anything. It's already done. I was very excited about that. Just, being able to use the facilities that were here so I could concentrate on playing the game and not building. Turns out, funny story, I like I like the building too. So that's one thing I've missed. The Case IH farm, that was a blank map. Dang it, a little further. There we go. That was a blank map, so I got to do all of the building on that one. And then this farm is, let's go ahead and take this over. And this farm was pre-built, so the emphasis was on a little bit of different stuff. But the next farm, maybe, hint hint, for my loyal viewers who are sticking around to the 16-minute mark, the next farm might be a reclamation project, restoring a farm that once was fancy back to its former glory. How's that sound? That sound good to you guys? I think that's the plan. I'm not going to tell you what brand, but I will give you 2 hints. Hint number 1. Hint number 1 is a 2-part thing. It's not either of the 2 brands you've seen on the channel, i.e. not John Deere or Case IH, so that's a big hint. And the other hint is that according to the poll that I did on the community page, the one that won was Vintage American. So the next farm is not Case IH, not John Deere, but American. So I hope you will either subscribe if you're not, so that you'll get, find out about it. And if you are subscribed, hopefully you'll stay subscribed. You'll be excited to check it out. Let me put it to you this way. I'm so excited to get the next save started that I'm basically finishing this one up early. My original plan was to finish this entire hay harvest and get everything all tucked away. And I'm so excited to start the new one that I'm not even finishing the hay harvest. Is that whoa, bro. Is that enough of a teaser for you? Hopefully. I know one of the things that I could definitely get better at with my channel is doing like social media promotion. But what I've found is, the people who stumble across my content on YouTube, right here where it is, right where it exists, that then decide to stick around, that like the video, that watch the video, then they're going to get the recommendations for the next content. And they're the people who are more likely to stick around. I feel like if I go and I tweet a picture of this 4020 and I say like, hey everybody, come check out this vintage playthrough, like people click on the video and watch 30 seconds and they're like, oh, this is slow, or it's just a game, I thought I was going to see real tractors, whatever. Like there's a million reasons why it just, I won't say it doesn't work, because it certainly works for some people, but I haven't had much luck with that kind of promotion. Alrighty, so let's check our stats. So these cows are 23,000. Wow, that's a lot of slurry. What did we do? Well, like one field? Did we even do one field? I think we bought the slurry spreader and then never even did it. We never even used the slurry. Sorry if you were hanging on to the channel. You know what? I think we might have... No, I don't think we did any. Sorry. Uh, do we sell these guys? I think we keep an eye on that number. I want to simulate another couple months, and then we'll see if we can get to the magic $500,000. Just for a hang our hat on it kind of moment, you know? Boom. Let's do this. Got some overnight rain. But did we get an overnight 70 grand is the question. I'm gonna say 35. Okay. One more night of that much money and we are gonna be set. What do you guys think we should do? We don't need to make TMR. Should I spread some slurry? Oh, that's just pathetic. Just to say we did. Will this thing even fit in that? I should take the duals off of this just to see what it looks like. Oh man, it's so clean. Do I really want to do this dirty job with it? Pew pew. I just want to see it in action. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that cow pee on there. To be fair, the visual's pretty good. I'm glad that the smell-o-vision is not as accurate as the visual. Alrighty, and I'm gonna spend a little bit more of these potatoes just because, gosh, they were a lot of work. They were a lot of work. A lot of piggies in there though. Happy piggies. How is the pig food looking? We could probably balance it out a little bit better. If we want, we could go get some grain. Let's take a ride down and get a little 800 grain. Bring it back up. Take a little drive past our spreader. Doing a really nice job. Look at that tractor. Doesn't that look so cool? I think it looks great. Doing a good job. That would take a fair bit to cover a field that size, but I think we have enough in storage. I really do. I like this gator too. This was a nice addition to the farm. We got this fairly early on. And we used it to spray. We used it to spread lime. And now lately it's been our go-to for hauling these small batches of pig feed. Because it's kind of a pain to load the gravity wagon just for 1,000 or 2,000 at a time. And this gets the job done. I mean, this is what I would do if I was really doing it. Is wheat one of the grains we're allowed to do? I think oat is the one that you can't, but we'll do sorghum because we have a lot of that. But this was one of those mods, the skater was one of those mods that I saw all the time. And I would always think, wow, that looks like a really fun one to use. And, I'm glad that I got a chance to actually use it in a practical way. That I didn't just get it as a novelty screwing around on a map, but I was able to integrate it into a story. And I don't know how early the earliest skaters were. Uh, this particular model is probably a little bit too new for our farm, but it still looks really good, and I think it works well with the storyline and the playthrough. There's a lot of different ways we could have taken this save, uh, but I've enjoyed. The, there were things that I envisioned at the very, very start that exist. I remember talking about putting pigs up here super early. It's probably like episode 3 or 4. I remember talking about putting in the cheese production to make our cows more productive. Like all of that, all of it. So let's go ahead down here and we'll go ahead and simulate through one more, and I think this should bring us really close to 500,000. What do you guys think? We're gonna get there? What a bummer. What a bummer. I'm gonna sell these for... What? I can't sell them from this menu? Fine. Oh, that was where I wanted to be. Up here. I want to come over here and sell these for... I think that's the first we've profited from our pigs. Was it worth it? Absolutely not. Is it still fun? Absolutely yes. Alright, so how do I... Oh man, I'm gonna miss this farm. I'm gonna miss it. Let's go one more night. One more night. There it is. Well, I think you guys got to see a last look through it, pretty much everything. Got the calves and heifers over there. Got the hay field. We did that field twice. We did that backfield twice. This was a giant cornfield in the middle. We grew oats and soybeans over there. Cows. Lots of great John Deere equipment. Thanks, everybody, for watching my John Deere farm on Backroads County. My name is Bluebelly, and this is Bluebelly Farms. I thought I would be a lot more excited to introduce the next series, but I'm genuinely going to miss this one. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. I hope you'll stick around the channel. Bye for now.